But the CNN cut, I could see.
You're looking at live pictures just outside Wells Fargo Center Arena, where the Democratic National Convention is in its second day. We are watching this develop. There's this protest, and the number of protesters estimated at about 1,000. They have actually locked out these protesters. This is starting to become a little more than it was, in the sense that the demonstrators are getting a little more agitated. One fellow was carrying a sign that said, "This is not a riot," and certainly it is not. But you can see that these are very unhappy people, unhappy with, I believe, Bernie Sanders, who they feel sold them out. These folks, at least that's what they're suggesting, and are also not lining up, not queuing up for the Kumbaya lane with Hillary Clinton's campaign. Maybe that'll change, but for right now, it is increasingly a truculent and boisterous demonstration that is somewhat remote from the center because they've been locked out. The entrance gate has been shut down to keep them out. I want to turn now to Democratic strategist Robert Zimmerman, who has just sat down here with me, and Maverick PAC national co-chair Morgan Ortagus. Thank you both for being here.
Great to be with you.
Robert, I mean, there is, this is a terrible metaphor for the party seeking unity. To have, first of all, an 8-foot gate around the place. Ostensibly, the Democrats not believing in walls, at least on the campaign trail, then to lock it against those demonstrators. This is not the imagery you wanted, right?
Look, well, thank you for bringing it to our attention, Lou.
You're more than welcome.
But the more important point is to put this all in perspective. Like the Cleveland Convention and every political convention I've always attended, there are security perimeters, there are gates that are put up, so that's not unusual. And the fact that we have these gates here is always done for security purposes in both parties. The more important point is these individuals who are here obviously are frustrated. They're not on board, but look at the progress that's been made. Larry Sabato, who's been a guest on this network, has said that he thinks 80% of the Sanders supporters are now with Hillary Clinton. You saw unity in this hall that no one thought was going to happen 6 months ago, 4 months ago. Bernie Sanders very impassionately supporting Hillary. I'm encouraged by what I'm seeing moving forward.
Well, as you say that, it's sort of interesting because 20% of the 13 million votes that Bernie Sanders would get, I'm just doing this on the back of the envelope as we go, would be 2.6 million people.
Absolutely.
That would represent just almost the margin of victory for Barack Obama in 2012, would it not?
Well, here's the point. This is right now where we are in July. I'm absolutely convinced that as this campaign moves forward and we start focusing on the choice between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, we're not going to make the mistake we made in 2000 with Ralph Nader. We as a country have matured, and the Democratic Party has matured, and I think the progressive movement will not want to be responsible for Donald Trump being president.
What do you think, Morgan?
Well, if this is what unity looks like, I'd hate to see what division looks like. I just almost missed my hit coming in here with you because I was stopped by these supporters. They were vicious outside. They were complaining to me because I had a media badge on, telling me that the Democrats had locked the doors. I don't see a lot of unity here. I'm sure that the campaign hopes and prays that it will be, but here's the central point, Lou. Hillary Clinton has to give the Bernie Sanders supporters something to vote for. Right now, she's only offering her gender. I'm going to be the first woman president. They've said this week that's not enough. And I find it actually as a woman very insulting to assume that independent-minded women and voters are going to vote for someone based off their gender alone. Well, I don't think people voted for Barack Obama.
Well, Morgan, if that were the case, then you'd be correct. The reality is you saw the Democratic Party come together unanimously around their platform, raising the minimum wage, expanding health care, focusing on making college more affordable. And that's a dramatic contrast from Donald Trump, who's opposed to raising the minimum wage, in fact suggests states have the right to lower the minimum wage.
So what are these people doing outside?
These are individuals. No, these are people who are protesting. It's a democratic process. There were protesters in Cleveland, the Republican convention.
I was in Cleveland, sir. It was certainly not like this inside the Republican.
I appreciate your objective analysis, but the point is simply, here we have obviously people who are protesting, but we have unity in this hall, unity around the country, and I think the more we see what Trump offers, unity and support for Hillary Clinton.
And what is Bill Clinton going to have to do here tonight in his speech to actually establish unity. Again, I appreciate both of your objective opinions here. You're here because you're not objective.
Exactly
because
right.
we want your perspective and your insight from your, on the part of the two parties. But what's he got to do tonight?
Look, well, first of all, I think just pragmatically speaking, Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders have got to make the unity, and I think they have. What Bill Clinton's got to do tonight is rally the party in terms of, and he does this better than I think anybody in politics, outline what the issues are, outline what the choices are, and rally our party. And I think his speech will rally the nation in terms of understanding what our focus is in this campaign.
All right. Morgan, what do you expect?
Well, I'm thinking of my father right now who's watching you and loves the show. My dad's from the South, and my dad always said, the hit dog hollers the loudest. What does that mean? This email scandal this week has energized the Bernie Sanders supporters because they know that the system is rigged against them. And I don't care how much lipstick you put on this convention, it's rigged, and the supporters know it.
Now, my dad's 94. He's a big fan of you, as you know that. He would say, relax, have a knish. That's our version of it, because we're unified and we're doing well.
And best to your dad.
Thank you much.
Thanks so much. And best to both of you. Thanks for being with us.
Okay.